Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Spy Family Season 2 episode number 3 reaction. Alright, before I begin, the discussion section of this episode will be cut a bit short. I'm busy this whole week and that's why I'm cutting short the discussion of most of the animes that I'm reacting to. From the next week onwards, everything will come back to the normal length. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Obviously, I'll discuss about the episode. It'll be at least like 10 to 15 minutes, not more than that. Right. So okay, the previous episode, what happened was we get to see Bond's adventure. Um, he, even though it wasn't adventure for him, it was a life and death situation to try to make himself survive from eating Yor's food. He decides to go out and help Lloyd so that Lloyd can come home quickly and make food for him. And yeah, he successfully does that, and he's saved by the end of it. It was cute seeing Bond move around and do his own thing, and yeah, like a funny first part, and then the next part we get to see a little bit of Damien and his friends. Them kind of Damien thinking more about like studies and everything, while his friends decides to support him and help him out with that. And they and a teacher, I think his name was Mr. Green, I think. And they decide to go out on a little excursion, and you know what, he learns that not all the time like studying will help him. Sometimes it's necessary to take the necessary amount of rest so that his brain can recover and have a little bit of a laid back time. So yeah, that was what happened. So that was the previous episode. Let's see what happens in this episode. This is episode number 3. Let's begin. I'll be putting subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Oh, it's Yuri. Okay. Wow, from the footsteps. Okay. Wait, so this room is bugged, I'm guessing? Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Ugh, it's like, what the hell? Damn. Well, where will you run? What? You think? Okay. Nice. Wild trash. Wow. Mission and family. All right. Patriotism. Hmm. Franklin Park. Hmm. Damn. Wow. Just okay. Wow. Your reason for okay. Interesting. Okay. Good morning, Australia. Hmm. Hmm. Yep. Ford. M. Okay. Does grocery shopping and come back home, and then drinks and curses at the television again. Oh, okay. Okay. Damn. Goes to work. What? Why did it twitch like that? Your oh. Stop! Oh my god. This guy. Okay. He's just okay. All right. Hmm. Is it the landlady or something asking for rent? I don't know. It probably is. Yep, it is. Day after. What's going to happen day after? Hmm. Dad? Wait, his dad lives here? When they didn't hear anything about. Oh, I guess maybe they did. They just didn't report it. Yeah, that might be it. Like he needs that money, for the rent. Oh, there you go. Damn. Just. Oh wow. Is he going to fabricate? Hmm. Oh my god, he's going to snap the picture of the gun and, you know. Bruh. What is okay, yo? The hell? Oh, what? Oh my. Yo! Dude, what a pathetic little. Wow, that was wild. Okay. Good God. Damn, he's going to go out of his job very soon because everyone has all the evidence and all. Oh, that's his dad, okay. Well, he is apparently. Yeah, that's all well and good, but what you're doing isn't. I don't know. Mm, motivated by concern for his family? Question mark. Hmm. It's probably remembering his, like, and his, like, your was kind of like this. He had to, like, look after the whole family and everything. So I guess he's probably remembering that. Yuri, I'm trying to say. Oh, there he is. Okay. Oh, he. Oh, I see. Mm, there you go. He's going to now, yeah, use this opportunity to put it in. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you're a criminal, and he's going to catch you red-handed. Okay. Oh, the police. Yep, it is. Well, they have all the evidence. You know. Mm. Oh, wow. Because his dad is there, you know. That's why you decide not to go in. Yep. Hmm. Yep. He got you there, at least. You know, even though. Hmm. Well, what the? Oh, this is Chief. Why is he wearing sunglasses inside? Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Interesting. Oh wait, is he? Oh boy, here we go. He's come to see his sister. There you go. Oh boy, Anki. Yeah. Yeah. Probably because of that case, he. During that case, because of the whole family involvement. Yeah. Oh my god. What? Oh my god. Anya's like, come on. Shut up. Anya's like, shut up. All your thoughts are coming in my head. Because you have to remember, Anya is like, she can hear everything. Oh my god, the moon. She can hear like everything comes in automatically. She cannot, there's not a switch, I think, in her head. In her head. Alright. Agent M. Yeah. Wait, what? Yo, in the middle of a gunfight. Wait, what? Where did the car come from? Yeah. The hell? Damn. Wait, what? What about her? What? What's happening? Yeah, what is this? Oh my god. Hey! Yo, those. Okay. What is this? A harem anime? Oh my god. This is the reality of Bond Man, a harem anime. Yeah. Please play this once, friend. Oh. Oh. Hey. Wow. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Yo, Anya, what are you watching? How old are you? Well, no. Yeah. Wait, that's it? What? Wait, I feel like there's still some time left. Yeah, there must be. A little, maybe an after credit scene. Oh my god, Bond Man is crazy. Oh god. Hmm. Okay, the heart of a child one. Alright. So, Omake, okay. Department store. Yeah. Well, because she's a kid. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I don't think Anya's having fun. Like, she's just. Mm. Oh, wait, she did have fun. Alright. Okay. Yeah, she's a kid. She would obviously love that. Hmm. Okay, ocean and pool are not the same. Come on. Alright, what? Oh, well, she's happy with that. Okay, then that's good. Oh. Oh my god. Yo, that's disgusting. Okay. Oh my. Oh boy. Waking up. Ugh. Oh, he's awake already. He was or maybe he was studying whole night. Oh, okay, okay. Okay. Yes. Wake up, you have to save the world. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's it. Right. This actually was a very weird episode, especially the way they kind of made it. Like the first 60 to 70% was Yuri's story, and then we get like a small little snippet of Bondman suddenly. What? Okay. Right. Like I said, I'm going to keep it short because, like I said, I was a bit busy. This whole week I'll be a bit busy. So, right. So, in this first part of the episode, obviously, we can see now. I can understand what they try to do here and what they try to show us here. Obviously, they made the guy, the guy who was like selling false stories, like fabricating the news and everything, they wanted to make like show the duality of his, like of his situation. Like he is, I guess you could say, they tried to show us how he's a victim of the circumstances, and how, you know in the beginning they showed us how he's like nasty. They first doesn't show anything about his personal life. At first they shows us, obviously Yuri's keeping an eye on him, so Yuri's seeing all of this. At first they show us that what he does, he goes out, kind of looks at a few things, like does his shopping, and then has a meal, mm, go back home, does a like have like a little drink, watches like television, and stuff like that. And then there was like another day where the landlady came in, and the landlady say, oh, give me my rent. And at this point they finally showed his dad, that his dad also lives there with him. So he goes off thinking about how to make money, and we can see how he's trying to, like, obviously, like, he's trying to snap pictures which would seem suggestive, or like out of context pictures, to make it seem as if, like, oh, this is happening, in over here, and rile up the public. That's what they're trying, he tries to do, obviously, and like sell these news to someone who pays good money for it. So stuff like that. So that is why he goes in and like snaps pictures of a few things, but he's like, okay, I'm not getting any proper pictures. And he grabs like the kid's guns, throws it into the trash can, and when the kids are like trying to get it from the trash can, he snaps the picture and he's like, oh, I'm going to show this to, like, like, as, like, obviously this is like a whole out of context picture. It's like how it's like in YouTube you see like certain like things out of context, like how crazy it sounds like, but obviously it's not that when the whole context comes into light. Something similar to that. You know what this scene reminded me of? There's a there's a mini clip I remember seeing on YouTube where they made a little parody, not a parody, but a little skit of how influencers are nowadays. There was like, like this person who, I think, like in that YouTube clip I've seen, like there's a person who has like trying to get something from the trash can, and she's like gets like a passerby to help her out, and the passerby is like helping her out take it out from the trash can, and she comes in and gives the passerby who's trying to, like, look in the trash can, like a hamburger or something, and she leaves. And obviously the guy is confused, he's like, what the hell happened here? And then next day in Instagram he sees that there's a picture of her giving him food while he's like squabbling in the trash can, making it seem as if she's giving him food, like, because he doesn't have enough to eat. The whole out of context picture. I don't know if you guys have seen that clip. I've seen that clip on YouTube. It's pretty funny. This reminded me of that. This guy, he gets the toy gun, chucks it into the like trash can, and when they're trying to get it, he snaps a picture and he's like, oh, I'm going to, like, like sell this. Oh my god. And not only that, he like what the hell? He, after doing that, he's like, overcome by poverty, street children desperately dig through trash for scabs. Wow. And the kids are like, what the hell is this? Like, what was your problem? We'll get the secret police on you. And he goes to the kids and he's like, ah, You little miser who keeps his wealth for himself and doesn't share it with others. Okay. People whose ideals lean towards the West, like, dude, he's a kid. Whoa, what are you on about? He knows nothing about what you're yammering about. You know, like, what? He's saying these things to like a 5-year-old kid. Good God, this guy, like, just. Alright, so obviously he does that, and you can see, like, he's pretty much of a, like a very, I guess you could say, um in this department at least, kind of a very unfortunate individual who tries to act tough like this in these type of situations to make him feel better. But like I said, they tried to. I understand what they tried to do here. They showed this part first, the nasty part of him, and then they delve deeper into his whole situation, where they show the dad. The dad comes in, and the dad is like, "Oh, like, like, are you doing something dangerous?" And he's like, "Oh no, it's fine." And then when the dad is like, "You don't have to do any of this," he's like, "Oh, like, what about mom? Like, our mom died because of a situation like this. That wouldn't have happened if this place was better. Like, I'm trying to make this place better by doing this." Where's that part? Where? Okay, here it is. Um, what's so wrong about trying to improve the country my family lives in? And he also says like how his mother, something happened to him or her or something. Okay, even now we need money just to keep up this lousy living situation. Yeah, if he had money, mom would have. Okay, so there you go. So yeah, at first they showed us his nasty part, his desperate part, him doing these things, and then they showed us this part of the, I guess you could say, the underlying problem. And obviously Yuri hears all of this, and like I said, I think, like, obviously, like, seeing and getting to know about his family, he also got reminded of his own family, the only one being your, you know. So, Yuri is a bit, I guess you could say, a bit um, sympathetic in situations where it involves family. So yeah, you can see later on what he does because of that. He decides not to just barge in, but stay outside and wait for him to come out, and then arrest him. He didn't want to make a whole scene in front of his dad because he didn't want him to see his son in that state. Um, so anyways, and you can see that after making the article, he goes up to the post office, and like, obviously he works there, so he kind of switches the thing, puts it in the thing, and you can see that Yuri was just standing there. Yuri was thinking like, yeah, if you put it in there, we'll have to arrest you. And that's what he does. The next day Yuri comes in front of his house, and he comes outside, and he's like, "Oh, you could have come in." And Yuri's like, "I don't want your family to see in the pathetic situation you are in." And he tries to say something. He says that like, "Oh, but you people, like, like, who is actually trying to." Okay, where is it? "Me who fought the government, and you the government's dog." um I wonder who's really the pathetic one here. But Yuri's like, "I don't care, I'm just looking out for my family. That's it. That's all it matters to me." And obviously, as soon as he brings his family up, and he realizes that, he says like, "I'm never going to do anything to make my family sad," and he cannot say anything at that point because he knows that his dad would be disappointed now if he looks at him. So yeah, nice thing that Yuri tells him that, "Don't worry, your father will be taken care of. We'll provide him money." Now, you know what? The whole situation here, Astani and Westelis, I'm still really not sure about the whole dynamic that is going out around here. Obviously, by watching this anime for this is the second season, almost 2 seasons, I have a feeling like, obviously, like, it is pretty obvious that there is something wrong with Ostania. Some very deep rooted problem. But I guess every place has its own problem. There's no country or no place in the world which doesn't have any problem. That's It's impossible, you know. So each place has its own set of problems. So in that way, like, you know, like I said, I'm not really sure, but it seems as if there's a lot of things that kind of struck me, and it makes me feel as if like Lloyd, the people who Lloyd are working for, Westerlis, they are more in the right. I think that's the vibe I'm getting. I might be completely wrong, because there's a few things that kind of struck me throughout these two seasons. First of all, obviously Lloyd is saying like to try to stop the whole thing like erupting into war. Lloyd is like working as a spy here in Ostania as a spy from the Westerlis government, so that to keep everything like, you know, like keep everything balanced. Not only that, you know, the fact that, like, I think, like, which episode was it? I remember there was an episode. Oh, I think it was just the previous episode. Or was it? Wait a minute. No, which episode was it? What they were talking about, like the. I don't remember, but I remember like a few things in these two seasons made me think that, yeah, the situation in Ostania is really kind of dodgy. And but the thing about this show is that they've given us like a basic blueprint as to what's going on, but we don't really know much about what's going on behind the scenes. Obviously, like, we are focusing on Lloyd, Anya, and Yor. So we do know like Lloyd is involved with this whole situation, but they don't haven't really provided us with ample information for us as audience to judge which, like, you know, which situation is correct, or maybe none of the situation. Like I said, this whole situation is involving like two countries, I'm guessing two places. So every place has its own set of problems. So I don't know, like, I don't think you can like clear cut, like, you know, you cannot clearly say that, oh, you're at the wrong, you're in the right. Oh, Westel is in the right, Ostania is in the wrong, or vice versa. You cannot say anything like that. It's a lot more complicated than that. You know, politics and stuff are involved. So, you know, like, that is why I feel like there isn't really any correct answer about who's in the wrong, who's in the right. Obviously, every place has its own can of worms. This whole situation, you can see, like, this part kind of made me a little bit more suspicious, especially, you know, after Yuri does this whole thing. He goes back, and this dude who comes in, the chief guy, he is so shady. I don't like his whole mannerism is very shady. This part actually like kind of bothered me, because you see, like, he comes in and he's like, oh, Yuri, like, you know, how are you? This might be rather difficult for a newbie, but you did a good job, and all that stuff he's saying. And he's like, oh, don't let the stress build up. And Yuri says like, oh no, it's fine, you know, like, I'm quite well suited for the job. I'm going to use the momentum to capture Twilight and protect the peace of the nation. And he smirks in a weird way here. He's like, I see, I hope that's the case. Okay, what's up with this guy? Is he like a spy for Westeros or something? I don't know. I'm like, his whole, but it makes no sense. He's the chief of this place, isn't he? How can he be a spy? That makes no sense. Never mind. Scratch that. But you know, the why did he act? And the fact is, like, he's wearing sunglasses, dude. We cannot see your face properly. I cannot even see his eyes to see what type of expression he's making. He just says here that I see, I hope that is the case, which is such a weird thing to say. First of all, you know, like, you're supposed to be working for Ostania. Why are you saying something like this? When he says like, oh, I'm going to capture Twilight, he's like, I see, I hope that is the case. Why? That's a weird thing to say, you know. Number one. Number two, he's smirking in a weird way, and you cannot freaking see his face. He's wearing sunglasses. You cannot see his expression. Maybe I'm being too paranoid. I have no idea, but this guy seemed a bit shady. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, like, a few things are kind of bothering me. So, like, you know, overall, you can see this place has its own problems. And the thing is, we've seen a lot of Ostania. We don't really know anything about Westeros, so we cannot really judge who's in the right, who's in the wrong, and what's going on. there is no correct answer. Like I said, like every place has its own set of problems and every place has its own way of looking at things. So it doesn't make anything correct or incorrect, I guess. Unless and until you're actually going in an actually wrong direction. Unless and until you go like in a very wrong direction. Usually situations in these type of situations, it's like a mixed bag. Every country has poverty, its own problems and stuff like this. So you cannot like say that, oh, this, like this is the situation. So like the government like is like, yeah, obviously, like the government has a role to play in it, but there's a lot of situations which is not solvable like that. Like poverty in itself is such a big thing where it's pretty difficult to like completely eradicate it. It's very difficult. And some places have been able to do that, some places haven't able to do that. Maybe because of corruption, and maybe because it is still not possible. So that's why I'm saying it's a mixed bag. Nobody can really say that, oh, you're in the right or you're in the wrong in these type of situations. Some people have it, like very bad. For example, this dude we saw, like the guy who was selling information and all that, he had it very bad. And that's why he hates this place. He wants to make this country better, and that's why he's like doing all these weird things, like twisted. His sense of justice is very twisted. So yeah, there's him. And then there's also people who are pretty happy with this situation. So yeah, it's a mixed bag. You cannot really say or directly point fingers and be like, oh, this is okay and this is not okay. Like it's not possible like that. We've seen that about Ostania. What about Westerlies? I don't think we've still gotten any kind of information about Westerlies. We just know that Lloyd is working for Westerlies, I think, and that is it. Is there anything else we know about Westerlies? I don't think so. There's nothing. So what makes them like whatever. But like my point is that we cannot really say anything in this type of situation. This whole first section, they try to show us both sides of the situation, where there's this one dude who is doing these type of bad things, and then when we get to know more about him, we see how he's a victim of his circumstance. And then we have Yuri, who knows that this situation is messed up and he's not really at fault here. He is forced to do these type of things, but then he has to arrest him, because that's his job. And his way of looking at it is like, oh, I want my family to be safe. So each person has their circumstances, and nobody is in the correct or incorrect here. It's just the way of life, I guess. But anyways, after that, obviously Yuri got reminded of her sister, so he comes to like visit her. And I think Anya kind of heard what he was thinking. And when Yura's like, oh, why are you here? And he's like, oh, I just wanted to like I wanted to meet you today, sister. And Yor kind of pats her in the head. At first Anya also tries to kind of pat him. And then when Yor pats him in the head, he's like just freaks out, and Anya's like, yeah. Because in her head, like it just constantly comes in. So yeah, there's no switch, like in her head. She hears everything. So there you go. That was the first part. And then we have freaking Bondman, the harem protagonist. Like, just what the hell? I didn't expect Bondman to be like this. I thought Bondman was supposed to be a, I don't know, like a thriller, suspense, like kind of story or something. There's a freaking like a harem, like like whatever, rom-com show or whatever. Like, what is this? I wasn't expecting Bondman to be like that. This is like the oh my god, I just realized something. Every person that she recruits in, they're like their faces all just turn one after the, oh my god. Well, obviously this whole situation is just, yeah, this is seeing Bondman now, like I just got reminded of like half of the anime nowadays. It's literally this, like it's the same thing of like, oh, like a person save someone, and like like and they just like fall head over heels for them, and then they do the same thing for someone else. They also join in, one after the other, 3, 4, 5, 6, keeps going, and until and unless he has a freaking harem. And then in the end he's not able to make up a decision. He becomes indecisive and all that. Literally what happens here. There was one exception that happened here, I guess, where all the girls in the end decided to just like lost their cool, and they just like each like went on their own way. Then like one person like one girl like shot him, another girl stabbed him. That's the only exception. That usually doesn't happen in these type of shows. Like the girls, they do not do anything like that in like harem shows nowadays. But that was the only exception, I guess, in this whole scene, where Bondman gets beaten up by all the girls in the end and he's just dead. It's like, yeah, see you later, guys. And like that's what happened. So that's the only exception. Other than that, this was like a whole representation of half of the isekai light novels nowadays. Like just freaking harem everywhere, which makes no sense. Like a main character breathes, everyone falls in love with him. That's literally the reality of shows nowadays. Like at least like 30% of the animes nowadays are literally that. So yeah, like I myself like harem shows, but harem needs to make sense. For the love of God, the main character cannot just breathe and everyone just like start liking him. That is actually stupid. I don't like that type of stuff. If there's a proper reason and if it's executed properly if they're able to give proper character development to the main character and the other characters, it's fine. A harem is fine. But usually that is not the case. And that's literally what happens here. Bondman saves everyone and everyone starts liking him. And then all the girls realize that he's actually just indecisive. So they decide to just screw him over and just leave. There you go. That was Bondman. And Anya like sees that, and Anya's like, oh, this must be how romance works. Let me go and talk to Becky the next day. And Lloyd is like, please don't do that. Oh, and then in the end we get to see like a little snippet of what the kids do, like what Anya do, how her brain works, and Lloyd trying to realize and like seeing how weird a kid's brain works. Like Lloyd was like, oh, like that's a little toy thing. Will she be happy riding on it? And yeah, she was happy because she's a kid. She liked that. And then the whole pool and the ocean thing, that was actually disgusting, where the kids were like, oh, I peed in the pool. Like, what the hell? Bro, that is disgusting. Good God. I guess in a way, if you think about it, like, it's impossible to say. Like, we all go to the ocean and and pool. So the fact that Anya was able to hear it made her like that, but obviously nobody will tell that they peed in there. So like there's a 90% chance that where we the pool or the ocean where we go to, like someone did that, someone peed in it. But the thing is that we don't know about it, so we don't have a problem with it. But for Anya, that's not the case. She can literally hear them through the Esper. So she's like, I'm not going to go to the pool anymore. And then in the end we have the little Damien section where Damien wakes up 1 hour before school starts, does his studying, while Anya's freaking sleeping, and Lloyd is literally screaming in front of her ears, trying to wake her up. Yeah, and that's where it ended. So there you go. Good episode. The first episode kind of showed a little bit about Yuri and the whole situation in Ostania, how stuff are, and then we have the little fun little sections of Bondman and Anya and all that stuff. So that is it. That's episode number 3 of season 2 of Spy Family. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Spy Family. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.